Okay, I'm gonna keep making these when I'm sweaty and gross because as I'm working out, sometimes I have all kinds of thoughts that come to mind. And today I am going to shout out a new fitness group that I found. So, Amy Protenentis, welcome to Couch to Kilimanjaro. Make today more, however you're seeing this on YouTube or on Pinterest, Facebook, wherever. Welcome, glad you're here. So here's the deal. For those of us who are in our 50s, it's kind of sometimes it hits us as a surprise, especially if we have been in shape before. Like actually, I was in the best shape of my life when I was in my 40s. Yeah, that's right. I was the leanest, I was the meanest, I was the hottest. No, I've been hot all my life. No, but I was the most limber. I had the most lean muscle. I had the most energy, all of that. And then in my 50s, early 50s, I started running. Got a little foot injury that just sidelined, didn't really, well, yeah, it did. I had to stop running for a little bit and just got out of it. And then just got into a whole bunch of emotional stuff with the, things going on in my life and family and all that kind of stuff. So just now with this Couch to Kilimanjaro challenge I gave myself, I'm starting to get back into it. Well, yeah, what they say about the 50s and your body not responding as quickly, so true. And the other thing is, I wonder if I can, well, I'll just do this. The other thing that I noticed, okay, well, preface this. When I was 22, I'd been an athlete in high school and stuff, not all that great, but at least I was moving and I was on the volleyball team and stuff. But when I was 22, I was out for a run, and as I was coming back from the run, I looked down and my thighs were cut. I had muscle cut on my thighs, and I was just like, what? Muscle definition? So the last, several months or something, I've looked down, and what do I see? Let me see if I can show it. Yes, muscle definition, but wrinkles, crepey, and I'm just like, oh crud. So any of you women out there who get what I'm talking about, yeah, so, but what came to mind today on my run? And I'm following a podcast now, Revelation Wellness, and I'll post somewhere down below this video, a link for it, because it's great, especially for believers who just want that deeper spiritual input to think about while you're exercising. And she leads you along, and she is buff. Oh my gosh. But she makes it really clear it's not about the outward. The outward is just part of the whole thing, because the outward, our body is our shell, but we need to take care of this shell. Anyway, so it's not like this, not all about the looks thing. Okay. So, kind of gets back to like the podcast today was about throwing your nets in the deep. And when Jesus told his disciples to go out in the boat, they still didn't really know who he was. This was early on, and these followers were like, yeah, we'll follow you, I think. And they're fishermen. So here is this carpenter guy, this landlubber, who's telling these fishermen how to fish and where to go. So he tells them to push out. He just given this big old sermon. And then he tells Peter, push out and go out into the deep. And Peter's like, we're done fishing for the day, but okay. And so he does. And of course, you can read the story in Luke. But he pulls up this whole net full of fish. And he's like, who are you? That sometimes God tells us to do things that are really in accordance with who we are. He's not telling Peter to go build a house. He was telling Peter, the fisherman, to go fish. He was just telling him a different place to do it. And, so that got me thinking about, okay, who am I? What does God put in me, and what does he want me to do to push beyond? And I know one of my things is encouragement. I know one of my things is being a cheerleader. I know one of my things, I got to keep moving because otherwise I'm going to get stiff. I know one of my things is encouraging people in the Lord. And so it was just a great word for me to keep doing it, and to push farther, to go places, to do things in that realm that maybe I hadn't done before, at places I hadn't gone before. So anyway, it's good word for you too. What is it that is your couch to Kilimanjaro? What is it that's your challenge that's right in line with who you are, right in line with who God has made you to be, and yet is so much bigger? All right, let me know and let me encourage you in it. Follow me on Instagram or Pinterest or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever. I'm kind of all places. And let's do this thing together. All right, thanks for joining me.